Good morning, everyone. Dude, this whole Twitter crap is so annoying. It wastes so much time in my mornings trying to tweet these bloody stupid things every morning now. Twitter's just, dude, Nikita needs to honestly rethink. Like, why is he being such a bastard, to be honest, with all of this whole new. Anyway, that's a whole new bloody tangent. We don't want to go on.
The whole 90-second intro, the whole 90 seconds, I'm having to share stuff, bro.
Dude,
I wasn't even ready.
Same. I was trying to post this thing because it doesn't go onto your profile unless you post the link directly now. Goodness, man. After all these changes, which I do support on Twitter, dude, this one I do not. It makes no sense. It's probably because you're not streaming directly on the platform. I don't know how it works. But anyways, GM everyone, hope you're well. Welcome back to a Market Mates episode. It's great to be live with you guys yet again. Craig, mate, how you doing on this fine Wednesday morning?
Yeah, man, I'm good. Happy hump day, everyone. GG. I'm pretty good, dude. It's been a good week so far. Lots of progress being made for us as the brand. So that's nice to see just on a personal level. But on a more public level, hanging out for Bitcoin to break below 60, man, really. I mean, I'm very much enjoying the timeline at the moment. It's quite comical, isn't it? Like, we can go into it, but I saw the big Alex Becker put up a post today saying he was wrong. I was like, yeah,
bro. I mean, I blocked him years ago, bro, so I don't even care.
Something like that. He said, he didn't so good it wrong. I take that back. He said something like, I'm happy to go down in flames, something like that. And it's like, well, I don't know if your followers are happy about that, but
no. Most likely not at all. So yeah,
my day is good. My day's been great so far.
That's good. I mean, yeah, these people are wash coals who have just made too much money and now just continue to be greedy and try and entertain in a way that they think is cool, but it's literally not cool in 2026, bro.
Being an edgelord isn't that great when you slaughter people's finances, bro. Like, that's not funny anymore. Like,
across years and years and years, Craig. That's the thing. It's done it for years now, like crazy.
Yeah, he's 4 years deep into that. So anyway, let's get on with the show. Enough about that guy.
Yeah, no. Well, I thought we'd start today because there have been a few people in the comments section saying, Greeny and Craig, like Market Mates, have you guys actually been doing the right thing? Have you called the right calls? Have you been actually saying what you've been saying? So I just thought I'd run it back a really quick, sort of just a recap of some of our most recent ideas that we shared well in advance, well before the market collapse, more recently over the last 6 months. And again, just a reminder, this is just the past 6 months. This wasn't what we were doing in the 23 bear market or the 24, 25 bull market, where we executed consistently as well. But here you go, Craig. Here's a tweet from me way back where I was stabled up, and I publicly said this. I didn't even keep it in-house GTG. I said, I'm very stabled up. Market looks weak, especially memes, alts, blah, blah, blah. Bitcoin was 115K. ETH was well over 4K, and Solana was still above $200. I then shared this post hours before, the $19 billion liquidation event on 10/10. Now, it will say October 11th, but guys, you've got to remember, I live in Australia. I'm ahead of time, That's why my post is ahead of time. And again, Bitcoin was where, Craig? $119,000. I gave you pre-warning literally at the all-time highs. And then more recently, guys, we even shared this recently at the end of 2025 where Craig was still sitting in position and he was like, look, I'm hoping to get to 100K, 105K to sell. And I said, Craig, I think we could only go to 95, 97. And he, live on the show, sold a bag at 97 because we predicted, the lower high was going to form in this region. So just imagine what you would get in a 5-star rated community inside GTG Premium, Check us out, gtg.education if you want to learn a little bit more, or you can head to the WAP link straight away down below and join us. We've been nothing but consistent in the 2023 bear market, nothing but consistent in the bull markets from 2023 through to 2025, and now we've been nothing but consistent in 2026, moving well ahead into the future of many opportunities. So I really just thought I'd just get that out there, guys, because so many people love to talk about things that they've done, but they don't have the proof. And there's the proof in the pudding publicly, not even in-house GTG. That was all public, Craig. So imagine what's inside GTG.
Imagine the secrets inside. Yeah, man, that's where the action happens in the champagne room. No, some great calls there, and that's really just the tip of the iceberg, dude. You could probably bring up another 50, to be honest, but everyone would get pretty bored of I told you so's. But such good. I mean, probably my favorite of what you did there was probably your call at 115K Bitcoin, 211 Sol, and 4,100 Ethereum. Like that. Hey, look, and the reason why I say that is you could say, oh, that's on the top of Bitcoin. but Ethereum pretty near the top, Sol pretty near the top. So it actually covers all three of those right near the top, because they can move kind of differently. And sometimes coins at all-time high, Sol might have already started to dip. So you kind of nailed the meat of the move there, is what I'd call that, which is what you want to do. Great sale. In hindsight, which I wish I'd sold a lot more there. But that's a trader's journey, man. Unfortunately, as I've learned with trading, you're always going to think that as well. You're always going to think, you always want to squeeze more juice. But that there were great calls. So yeah, they were great, and I was here for them. I can obviously vouch for all of those. I was live with you on stream when we did it. Great calls. And I dare say to all the viewers out there, think about the position you'd be in if you had taken profit there.
Exactly.
How you'd feel about this moment in time now. So it's not so much being joyful then, which it is, by the way. It feels amazing. I can't wait to walk around with a bottle of champagne again and feel like the man. That's going to be a little while away now. But if you had sold then, this dip now, what would you think about this dip? Would you be hating it or would you be loving it?
You'd be loving it.
You'd be loving it. So it's not always about what it does for you at that time. It is that, but it's also what it allows you to do. Because now what you've got is a whole bunch of profit that you can play on to 50K Bitcoin. That's almost a 2.2 effective move. X. It's obviously the other way. But imagine what happens now with that profit if and when Bitcoin goes to even 100K, 150. I think Bitcoin goes 250, 300 in the near future. Well, not near future. I say near future, I mean 3 to 5 years probably.
Oh, that's 10. I'd say 10. I'll say 10. I don't think it's not going to go that person. Yeah.
But even a 3X off that bottom, it's good, dude. Especially if this bull market coming up is a bit lackluster. Then it actually makes that move you made much more, what's the word I can use? Prevalent, effective, critical, probably. So we can talk about that in a little bit and what we think Bitcoin's going to do, because for me, that's a really interesting topic. But no, great calls, dude. I was here for them. I vouched for them. They were great. We'll go over. I'll bring up some of mine tomorrow, and we can have a look at that. I wouldn't mind bringing up a few receipts of mine, but no, for you, dude, like banger call, bro, like bangers.
Easy. No, just shout out to the commenters. Look, we're going to talk a little bit about AI to begin the show. Okay, so Nick put out this post yesterday. He's very well educated man. He's been on the show. I don't know, a year ago, maybe. I don't know. He was on our show a while ago. Really good follow in terms of crypto news, even AI news more recently. But the really interesting part I want to talk about here is what AI is actually doing to market conditions, Craig. So shout out to Choose Rich. You can go follow him at Choose Rich across all socials. But I just wanted to play this clip because it's really important that we start to understand what is happening literally in real time. We've been speaking about it. The Mag 7, the tech stocks, the software stocks, they're all suffering. And Nick puts it into a really clear video. Let's just make sure this isn't going to bleed your ears. Let's turn it down. All right, here we go.
Oh, a science fiction blog post just wiped out hundreds of billions of dollars from tech stocks.
Oh, it's gone. I can't hear it, Granny.
Claude has single-handedly triggered 4 separate market sell-offs. Each one hit a different market sector. First, they launched AI plugins for legal, sales, and finance work. Software stocks lost $285 billion.
So just a reminder, Anthropic Claude is literally suffering and making like 285 billion of software companies lost, like instantaneously.
$1 million in 48 hours. Figma's down 40%. Salesforce is down 34%. Wow. They're calling it SaaSpocalypse. Then they launched an AI security tool, CrowdStrike, Okta, Cloudflare, all down 8 to 10% overnight. This morning, they posted a blog post about how AI is modernizing COBOL. IBM dropped 13%, the worst day in 25 years. And then a research firm published a fictional essay imagining AI replacing white-collar jobs by 2028. And that stablecoins would completely replace credit card transactions. Suddenly, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and DoorDash all tanked. The Dow dropped 800 points.
Like, he goes on about it. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the visuals. He doesn't have the visuals on Twitter. I should have got the Instagram clip because he has IBM like dropping 13%. He has the visuals of all of this happening. So I just wanted to touch on this because I think it's really important that we, as well as the crowd who watch this show, stay up to date with actually what is impacting markets. And I've been saying this for a while, Craig. Crypto is no longer the speculative, the hype-based ecosystem. It's maturing. AI is the one that's impacting the world in a very speculative nature now. What's your take on this? Because I know, like, you're a bit older than me, so you've seen IBM dominate, you've seen software dominate, you've seen tech dominate for the last like 2 decades. Where is the world really heading? Like, it's a bit of a worry potentially.
Yeah, I noticed when we were on stream yesterday and you brought up that infographic of the losses the stock market had copped, and I saw IBM was negative 13%. It actually caught my eye. I didn't bring it up, but I was like, well, 13%, a double-figure day, which is large on a tech stock. I didn't realize the significance of it until that video, to be honest. Great video by Nick, man. What a banger. It shows you AI is affecting, it's eating software, which you and I have spoken about.
More than that. Security.
Security. But to actually see it outlined with figures like that and an actual direct impact on people's investments, wow, it's not just crypto getting eaten now, is it? Crypto, I think we were probably the first to be affected from the looks of it.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense because people that are heavy in crypto are probably the outliers of the world. What I mean by that is we're quite tech forward. So we're looking for new tech. We're adventurous, I think, by nature, crypto people, right? And AI is that next adventure. And some people are heading off to sail in their boats and see where they end up. People like me are a bit more resistant. I'm like, oh, I don't know. You guys go first, so let me wait and see how it looks. Greeny's on the boat probably already. Nick's already on the island trying to breed and do whatever he's doing. He's
got ages going, yeah.
He's got a family there on the new island. But he's a shout out to Rich Nick. He's such a good follow. Definitely give that guy a follow. He's a beast. Great info. Thank you, Nick.
No, so I think, the main takeaway is that just, guys, keep an eye on what AI is doing every single day. I actually am going to move to Claude as of probably the next couple of days. I'm leaving ChatGPT behind. I might keep ChatGPT because I think it is better with visuals and thumbnails and that sort of side of it. However, I believe what I will use AI for, Claude is very much where I want to be building automated systems. Now, I've seen a few people like Legendary, who's another host of a podcast. I've seen other people go really viral recently with some what's his name? He changed his name more recently. But he went giga viral. He had like a $2 million engagement view post literally in the past through a couple of days. Let me try and find Charbel. So he used to, I can't remember what his name used to be now, but like I can't remember what his name is. Like we all know who he is, but anyways, he gained over 10,000 followers literally from this one. So it was a 1 million sort of tweet. He gained over 10,000 followers just from this 13-minute video clip that he did about how he's implementing his business with AI agents via OpenClaw. So for those people that don't know, OpenClaw is just basically, hopefully that's not playing for you guys. Yeah. OpenClaw is just basically an extension of Claude, which allows you to actually vibe code and code things and build products and build automation. And you can inbuild it with Telegram and make it really seamless. So, I mean, the interesting one for me, Craig, from our point of view is obviously the trading bot, but also the content. If we click on the content, so every morning his bot, Max, will share at 7:30 a.m. a sort of recap, an idea around tweets, an idea around content ideas, what's trending right now, what's not trending, what's the drama angle. So it's just crazy, bro. Like the YouTube one as well, like he's got over here, he's got something trading. His trading bot has made $2.50 over the past 4 weeks. Obviously, they're just using small figures at the moment because it's all about making sure that it's safe without throwing tens of thousands of dollars into it. But yeah, it's just crazy what's happening literally in real time here. Like allowing his bot just through APIs to build like an actual ecosystem of content, of ideas, of trading, of your business. Like this is what I plan to be doing in the next couple of weeks. And this is like, it's exciting, but it's also crazy where the world is heading. Like you literally do not need, like you could be a one-man business. A 19-year-old will likely become a billionaire, Craig, from literally like vibe coding at home in their basement. And they will never have to run a big business. They'll never have to have a big corporation with a whole big team because they can do it all with these agents that they are creating from their from their home, which is just crazy to think about in 2026.
Yeah, dude, it's a really exciting world. And that's how I felt when I came over to crypto as well. And this kind of reminds me of that feeling. I mean, one of the reasons I came to crypto was I felt so bound by the way things were in the world. E.g., I had a ceiling on my salary, same as you as a teacher. So crypto was a whole new world where I was like, man, my ceiling's now exponentially higher, and all I need to do is apply myself, and I can do it from home. And I'm like, so for me, it was a really exciting time. This just reminds me of crypto back in, well, when I started in 21, where there was so much excitement, hope, dreams, and all you had to do was put in hard work, and you could really make good money. Yeah. So really exciting for a world that, is getting harder. Prices are going up. Salaries aren't matching the need for power and what mortgages are. This gives the younger people, e.g. my son, who's 9, turning 10 years old, who put out a banger YouTube. I told Greeny put out his first YouTube clip yesterday and tripled my best ever views. Hell. He actually let me know about it last night too. He's like, what's your highest YouTube clip? And I was like, 206. That was yesterday, Greeny. And he goes, oh, his got 650. And I was like, what?
You said it was a video, hey, like a 5-minute video.
Clip. Yeah. Wow. It's him playing Roblox. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So young people are thirsty for this, man. Like, they are very thirsty, and they are adventurous more so than me, being my age. So they are going to take to this hard. And they've also got, I'm going to say they've got less to lose, or they've got more time to recover. So even if they F up between 20 and 30 trying this stuff, by the time they're 30, they should be weapons, man. Same as our crypto journey. It takes a few years of stuff ups and scams, and I'm sure that's going to happen with this too. But massive potential, definitely a place you and I need to go. I definitely need to look at this closer. I like the fact you're looking at it closer so I can ride your coattails for a bit. But awesome, dude. No, it's almost scary to think where this can go, because there's no ceiling. It's just,
there is no ceiling. There's literally no ceiling with AI. That's crazy.
This is like crypto on steroids, I reckon.
It's incredibly exciting, and apparently like less than 1% of the world is even using AI. That's why the US you are so early, in my opinion, to it. And if you can dominate now, like not even like build businesses from it, but just learn how to use it.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like Brent said, oh, Craig, maybe you need to take a leaf out of your son's book about content creation.
Maybe.
But yeah, like less than 1% of the world, billionaires will be made, people from their basement at home. 15-year-olds can literally start. Like, I mean, I would argue most 15-year-olds are probably already in touch with AI if they're at an educated, higher, upper class school, and they're probably integrating their assignments, their research, blah, blah, already into it. Imagine what they're going to be building in the next 5 years. So it's crazy to think where the world is heading. It is really crazy. Now, let's move on to a trending topic, which we have been discussing over the past few weeks. Vitalik continues to sell his Ethereum, guys. He is literally sending my Pudgy, Craig's Pudgy, to zero, and he's sending Ethereum back to 3 figures in literally the next couple of weeks. Worrying times, Craig. Worrying times.
Yeah, I saw a post yesterday going, Gritty's hair's got crazy flow. It does have crazy. It's got good volume. God, there are a lot of women out there.
Do we like the mo?
That's a real cricketer's mo, eh? It's great. David Boone. Look up who Boone is, guys, for the cricket fans in the room. I saw someone put out a post yesterday saying they convinced Vitalik has a 4th girlfriend now because he's having to pay for all his stuff.
I see.
Obviously a troll. Yeah. But dude, he's heavy selling. I'm just surprised he didn't heavily sell at 4K.
Why is he selling here? That's exactly my question.
Anyway, I mean, I guess we have to have someone to point the finger at and blame and throw spears at. This is our guy at the moment. It is a bit how you're going, though, because the market's struggling, right? And I just think from a founder, it's just bad optics.
It is weird. Like, if he was selling in a bull market, it would make sense. But he's selling like...
Because it's hurting us now. Like, selling at 4K, I would have been like, fair call, brother. Like, I should have sold then, right? Yeah. You did. I should have. Yeah. He didn't, and they're selling during capitulation / anger. It's like, dude, you're going to get a lot of hate here, bro.
You know how much he owns still? Like $439 million of ETH. So he's got plenty, guys. Don't worry. He's got plenty. But if he starts selling even, I don't know, 10% of that, that's a lot.
Why isn't he loaning against it?
Dude, I don't know. Where does he even live? Like, he's Russian, right? I assume he doesn't live in Russia, but
I
yeah.
don't know, bro, but it's I don't know. Like I said yesterday on stream, I'd love it if he said, guys, these sales are going towards improving the network and paying devs and all that stuff. Then you'd go, okay, well, at least it's bolstering Ethereum. But I mean, does he need to say that? I kind of think he does. He's pretty active on the timeline too, bro.
Oh, yeah, he's out there quote tweeting people every day.
So, you know, if you are that front facing to the community, I feel like you probably should or could say something. Look, don't get me wrong. I get it. He's a big baller. He doesn't have to explain shit to any of us, but he does do a bit of shit talking on the timeline, which makes me think, well, if you're going to be like that and you want to be one of us with your Milady PFP, it's, you know, you can't have your cake and eat it, Vitalik. Either you're a big conglomerate, which we all bow to, and I get my place. You don't tell me what you're doing. That's fine. That's how IBM works or Microsoft works. Bill Gates doesn't explain his shit to us. But if you're going to put a Milady on and act like an edgelord, then let's talk about it. You know, so that's what kind of rustles my jimmies a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't own much Ethereum, bro. So but imagine if you held, like, I know we brought this up, but there's a few people in the room I know that did this. Imagine if you were not really in Bitcoin, all in Ethereum, rode it to 4,000, didn't get a new all-time high or close, and then it pulls back, and then the founder does this. Like, I'd be pretty better, bro. I'm glad I'm in Bitcoin, dude.
Well, I mean,
this is why Bitcoin, everyone. This reason right here.
It is a concern. It is a concern. It's a concern for optics, like you say. It's a concern for, like, well, the asset itself. Like, if he's just going to keep selling $50,000 clips every day, like, that's going to put continuous sell pressure on liquidity, no matter where it's coming from, right? And the optics make it look bad. Like, why would I want to be buying something that the founder doesn't want to be holding? Like, sure, he's got $440 million worth. Like, sure, he needs to live life. He needs to pay, as that top comment says, he needs to pay bills, etc.
He's 100 million to live life.
Why not just full clip one time of like 20 mil and then just walk away?
Yeah,
that's weird. That's what
I'll go in at 800. That's fine.
Yeah.
The other thing is, look at it like this. Say Ethereum is a meme coin or shit coin, right? If you had a dev holding, I don't know what percentage of this, I'm going to throw numbers out there, 10% of the supply, whatever it is. It's probably less, but whatever. And you've got this dev who's clipping out at 0.5% every few weeks. I'm not buying that token.
Exactly.
No way. I'm exit liquidity. So it actually applies to Ethereum as well, like at a lesser scale, because I know it's got a big market cap. It's still the same principle, though, for me. And he knows this, man. Like, he does know this, but hey, we're ants. And I guess what he's doing here kind of explains to you what he thinks of us, I think, too.
I mean, GG's, bro. It's been around for 10 years nearly. He's got to take profit. Fair enough. I'm sure he's leveraged it in some other ways, but yeah, it's an interesting dynamic, and it really deters me from being interested in buying Ethereum. And honestly, like, the only Ethereum exposure that me and you have is our Pudgies, really, or our NFTs, which, dude, I don't know, man. It makes me want to sell my Pudgy, like, as bad as that sounds. And I feel sorry for NFT collections and founders and communities, because you've got this guy just dumping your bag. So it's completely out of your control. You could have, and it goes back to that whole viral nature that we were talking about maybe a few months ago or a few weeks ago, was if your business relies on someone else's success or like productivity or other product, that's not your business. Like, that is a big red flag. Wave it nice and clear. And that's what I worry about these NFT collections, Craig, is they are built on the foundation of Ethereum. And if the founder of Ethereum is dumping it, then it's not good. It's not good. Like, no matter what you do as an ecosystem, think of Pudgies as a great example. If the underlying token is suffering on Ethereum, well, then your collection is going to go just down, because the value of it's going to go down, unless your NFT floor just goes up, which is not happening in 2026. So yeah, very interesting times. Very interesting times. Next one, next article I found this morning. Crypto exchange Binance may have funded Iranian entities. Reports say internal investigations said that at least 2 accounts allegedly saw $1.7 billion moved to Iranian-backed groups. pretty crazy because if you dive a little bit deeper in the article, oh, there we go, who reportedly found this said that they had accessed more than 1,500 accounts on Binance platform. 2 of those accounts allegedly saw 1.7 move to the Iranian-backed groups, according to the Wall Street Journal. This is crazy. Now, they did not violate any sanction laws in respect to transactions described, but Craig, there's a lot of crime happening via crypto and Binance. There's little things that just continue to happen with Binance every single week, nearly every single day at the moment. With CZ as well, I mean, I know Zach at XBT's got this article dropping tomorrow, I think it is, but a rumor has it it's not a juggernaut. Rumor has it it's something like Meteora. Now, yeah. I'm gonna come out and say Meteora is a nothing burger in my opinion. Like, sure, it's a massive liquidity platform, it's a profitable business and whatnot. If it is that one, again, we don't know until tomorrow. But like, that's a nothing burger. If it was a huge juggernaut like Binance or Bybit or OKX or
that'd be bad.
Even like if it's one of those like Pump Fund where there's billions and billions and billions of dollars and billions of people potentially affected, then I would say it's a huge thing. If it's like Meteora, well, then it's only really it's within the Solana ecosystem of people who provide liquidity. They're the ones who are really affected. If you look at the chart, the Meteora chart looks horrendous on the back of that news. So you literally could have looked to short it over the last couple of days. Like, I mean, here's the chart, but yeah, look, this is the rumored allegation with Polymarket. It's the one that's currently leading, but we don't know. But yeah, Craig, anyways, back to the article. CZ, crime, and Iranian links now. It's crazy where the world is. It's crazy. It's crazy. We don't know anything. We really don't know anything about what happens in this world. It's all manipulated. It's all manipulated.
Yeah, a lot of it, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of political chess being played behind the scenes. And I would not, this doesn't really even, it does surprise me, but I think this happens a lot in the real world behind the scenes. I mean, you look at the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. There was a lot of money being moved around to fund groups for political gains. So, but you know, the guys at the top move the pawns around to make sure they stay at the top. This is probably one of those things. I'm not surprised by this at all. I'm a little bit surprised it's Iranian. I'm also surprised it said it violated no laws. I'm like, are you sure it didn't violate any laws? Aren't we at war with it or teetering on war? It's not good optics for the big fella again, man. And why is it always Binance? Like, it's like, guy, and where there's smoke, there's fire. Yeah. And even if there's just so much FUD on this dude, man. I don't know how much of it's true, but he's obviously been up to a few naughty things. The thing with Meteora, it's pretty well known they're sketchy, bro. Go back to Melania, go back to Trump, go back to all those meme coins they launched. Mm-hmm. There was already people looking at the wallets. Meteora was really they got caught with their hands in the cookie jar several times. Hayden even put a video out talking about it last year or the year before. So I agree with you. If it is Meteora, I feel like we've already gone through that process with them, and maybe it's more official now. But as far as I was concerned, Meteora are already sketchy. They've already behaved in a sketchy manner. Undoubtedly.
We do have a guest joining us in about 5 to 10 minutes as well, guys. So we will just hustle through some of these more articles that are pressing today. ETH, Solana, XRP continue to show weakness as AI scare trade unsettles risk markets in general. Pretty much like we spoke about at the start of the show with Nick. Not only have we seen the impact of AI with stocks and actual global companies, but it continues to really put emphasis on altcoins going down further in the coming months of 2026. And the real question, Craig, remains does crypto evolve out of this AI scare, out of this AI advancements, or is it only going to be Bitcoin and then some trends emerge from time to time? Or do you think the whole crypto market can succeed in an environment where blockchain technology is the tool, stablecoins are the tool? You can be bullish on blockchain technology, you can be bullish on stablecoins, but that doesn't mean you're bullish on crypto. There's a big separation there, and I think people need to realize that as well.
I think what you're going to find is as the space matures, it'll be Bitcoin and then stablecoins. Bitcoin for what's the word, like digital gold. Yeah. Trying to avoid the erosion of inflation, and then stablecoins for just payment processing. So, between countries, et cetera, credit card. I mean, it's all being built now. It's happening. So this isn't like me being smart. It's happening right now.
Yeah.
MasterCard and Visa partnering with these stable coins. We've looked at like Minnesota launched a stable coin or something in the US. There's US states or counties releasing their own version of a stable coin.
Yeah.
That's all the hints you need, man. Like it's coming. It's coming in a big way. So I think it's going to be Bitcoin. Ethereum might be your software layer. You might have Solana have its place. So I think it'll be Bitcoin, a few select altcoins which have a purpose, stable coins for payments. Do you need anything else? Really? Do you really need anything else other than that? I wouldn't. Okay, put it this way. If all the altcoins disappeared, would your life be impacted?
Well, yeah, for the people that bag hold, yes.
Other than that, like your life, like I mean, the way you pay bills, your power going on, you playing video games, you watching TV, Netflix. Mine doesn't. Mine won't be. Okay, I'll put it this way. Would your neighbor notice? Would your neighbor notice if they vanish? No, would not. So then I ask the question: are they necessary? Mostly not. Like what? I guess the question is, what problems do they solve? And if they don't solve any problems, they are no longer required, and that's why they're trending to zero. Because I think people like me woke up from the 21-year graduation. Greenie, you're a bit ahead of the curve, but people that say graduated in 21 are now realizing, and I think a lot of us realized this a while back, that's why these charts are going to zero, because we went, I'm out. Like basically the companies out there, I won't name them because I'm not saying they're doing it, but some of the altcoins, a lot of them, I think it's just for raises to pay themselves, the token. That's all it was for. It was just so they could all get paid while the rest of us got rinsed, right? And if you look at the purpose of most altcoins, it's all wishy-washy, the same crap, TPSB. It's like, oh man,
it's rubbish. It's rubbish.
And it is. And it's funny because when I came into the space in 21, I remember Bitcoiners, like hardcore Bitcoiners, saying this stuff's shite. And it's funny how when you stick around long enough, you go, yeah, it kind of is. Like it kind of is. And I'm getting to that point now. I'm like, oh no, I'm going to become that salty old man that's like Bitcoin only. I'm going to become PO.
Did you see his clip today of Michael Saylor in front of Shark Tank? It was actually really good.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's good. PO and
they're a dangerous combination, Clemente and PO. They're a dangerous combination.
Beautiful clip, so good. It made me very envious of my lack of creativity, actually.
Same, dude, same. And I even commented, I said, it's nice to see you back in front of the camera.
I agree. Massive shout out. We've had PO on the show. God, yeah, great guys, really nice. For the behind the scenes, for the viewers who may not see it, it's just good guys behind the scenes, bro. Really nice guys, really, open to chatting and coming on stream. I got nothing but love for those boys. So great content. Give them a follow. They are monsters, man. And hopefully we can match their creativity. Like that. They're like a different breed. Those guys.
They've got 3 or 4 years ahead of us too, and they are like they live together as well. So like Craig and I can't do skits because we live 4 hours away. So it's like it's a little bit different. But yeah, before we discuss a couple of charts before Zaddy joins us, we're giving away, Craig's giving away in partnership, obviously, with the show, one Bitcoin dishonorable ordinal. How to win? Make sure you go follow. Okay, I'll chuck this in the chat, guys, right now. You can still enter as of this show. We're doing it right at the end. But basically, comment below, tag an ordinals lover for bonus points, picking a winner soon. Ordinals have been running it back. I mean, the market corrected a little bit, but it's good to see NFTs thriving a little bit again. These cheap mints seem to be doing really well as well. So, check this out. Go and click follow on Market Mates. Go click follow on those accounts. And, make sure you comment and you will go into the giveaway. Craig will run that at the end of our live stream today. Before Zaddy joins us, look, altcoins continue to show weakness here, Craig. Others, which is tokens outside top 10, this is literally losing support that it's held since December 2023. Not looking too good. I did share this a few weeks ago around how it's a clear head and shoulders pattern, which looks very bearish. So it is playing out exactly as I expected. And we have spoken previously about this chart as well, which is still breaking out potentially a little bit here on low timeframes, but I just don't see it really ever going back up to even like the meme coin super cycle, unless Bitcoin dominance goes down, which it's not really even touching at this point in time. Where's my Bitcoin dominance?
It's 58 still.
It's still holding. Like it's still holding. Look, it looks like we're going to come down and retest 56, 55 soon, but it's still holding up incredibly well. It just shows you people aren't selling their Bitcoin. They'd rather sell their altcoins. So
that's me. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
All right. I've woken up. I found Jesus. It's Bitcoin, man. All right.
Yeah.
It's
It
Bitcoin.
is.
So buy some
right.
Bitcoin.
All right, we're going to welcome Zaddy to the show. Zaddy's been a friend of ours in the space for a while. Welcome, legend, to the show. Thanks for joining us today.
Let's go.
Yo, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? Been
Good, mate. And yourself?
Good, pretty good. Yeah, I watched the first half of the show and got my steps in or whatever. So I was just listening to what y'all had going on. I mean, I was definitely interested in the AI topic. I'm a bit of a noob trader since I just like work for projects and stuff. Yeah, I'm like the whitelist king, so I'm like the opposite of like risk on crazy trading. I don't even know if I've ever held like stables really, like because anytime I had ETH, it would be just in NFTs, and like I've probably gotten Bitcoin like 4 or 5 times to mint ordinals, and that's about it. So yeah, I was wondering, how it was going to be a fit with the show, and if I was going to be a lame guest or not, since I see a lot of charts and stuff, and it's not my expertise.
No. And I think that's the beauty of our show, and why we're doing actually really well with engagement lately. So shout out to everyone who is tuning in. No, I think a big trend that we've noticed, and I think it's important that you do adapt in crypto, but adapt in life is just speaking about what's hot and what's probably emerging, right? And that is AI, that's prediction markets, that's engagement, that's businesses, that's Twitter updates, that's whatever the hell Trump's doing, how that impacts stocks as well as currencies, as well as like we talk about everything on the show. So everything gets discussed, which is great. And I think people really do appreciate that. But Zaddy, let's talk about what you've been building recently. Let's focus there. Obviously us three really connected in the abstract ecosystem over sort of like the past year or so. I went back and had a look because Eli shared his first ever like stream or post about abstract. It was in like April or May, and I was like, dude, you were so late. I went and had a look. Mine was in January, bro. I was like, oh, so early. So Zaddy, talk to us a little bit about why do you love abstract, or why do you love working with people in that ecosystem?
Yeah, sure. So let's see. I mean, okay, so I came over in like April. I mean, I was there for launch day. I used to run an alpha group, so I had every whitelist, right? And AP Collective was doing the marketing for abstract. So, they'd hit me up in like 2024 to tweet about it. I got elite roll for 1 tweet, and I've been sitting on elite roll for a year and a half. So no upgrades. I sent 1 tweet, got my roll upgrade, and then I've just been chilling since then at elite. But yeah, so I was here for the NFTs. That kind of flopped, honestly, on like launch week day. There was a lot of like low effort stuff, people just trying to grift day one of the chain. And then there were a few decent launches like Bosu and I don't know, Ryui and whatever. But so then I went back to AVAX for a couple months, did really well in the meme coin thing with like Wink and whatever was following Wink. And then I came back. I kind of just like gave up on making money after the AVAX thing. I'm like, dude, fuck this. Everything I try, the harder I try, there's just like the less money I make. So I was like, I'm going to go play games on this chain. It just feels like it's all just a gaming chain. And went over there and then started helping a bunch of meme coin projects. And then I started getting a bunch of NFT project offers. And then, the memes kind of died. Then the NFTs, like not really much is sold out there in a while. Like I would say the last big collection that sold out was Web3 Playboys that I marketed. And then like in Gigaverse, eggs minted like the same day and they had a decent raise. And then everything after that has had massive supply cuts or been free or whatever. And so I was like, all right, I started mastering the memes, got like that ended. And then I took over the NFT marketing, I had like 10 job offers, and that kind of died. And a lot of people kind of left the chain. And then so I'm like, but then Abstract, tripled down on gaming and, their XP for games that are actually on chain and stuff. They're always talking about that. So I was like, all right, this is my last pivot. I'm gonna get into abstract gaming, and we're working with Hamiverse, which is super well funded. So it's probably the first time I've ever had a full salary in 5 years.
Nice.
So,
congrats, that's so good.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. It's like the first time I ever just get paid monthly, no matter what happens, no matter if
that's so good. That's the dream, bro. That's the dream in our industry. It really is.
Especially for right now. Like, I would be shaking in my boots if I didn't have a salary right now in this market. So I'm super happy about that. And both of their founders are like multimillionaires and retired, and they're
have a look over here, man. I'm not a millionaire. I'm looking for partners. Get the millionaires over here.
I think I heard y'all might need some sponsors. I think I was listening to a clip or something earlier. So
there we are.
Yes, that's nice. And they're just doing it for fun. They do a bunch of charity and stuff. And
Yeah.
They're one of the co-founders. He worked with like League of Legends and Dota and stuff for like 15 years. So he's like very legit. Like he sold his esports team to PSG.
Wow.
They're like, he's very good. He's, coming out of retirement for a passion project kind of thing. So that's what I needed in this market, was to work for a passion project. It isn't killing me about like the money's not coming in, Zaddy, so you're fired. So yeah. It's been nice.
Is this the first time you put your face on streams, Eddie?
No, this is probably the most popular stream I've ever put my face on. But yeah, I did some streams with Hemiverse. I've done some other streams that weren't as popular as you guys. And I don't know. It's weird because, dude, I used to go when I was whitelist grinding in like 2021, 22, me and like all my friends would go cameras on in VC chat and just chill in there for like 8 hours a day and just chill with our same friend group, and then then the mods would come in. They'd be like, damn, these people are all friends. We should whitelist them. They're like such good community members, but it'd just be like our squad. And then I had in 2022, before I launched my NFT project, I got hacked really bad, and I was like, got blackmailed for like 6 months. And they stole all my accounts. They stole my Snapchat. They like used a lot of shit against me for a while. And they kept just, they called me. It was all spooky. And they were like, asking me if I wanted to make money. And they were like, asking me if I wanted to rug everyone for 25 ETH. And I was like, fuck you guys. You're not sending me 25 ETH.
Dude, that's correct. The social engineering in crypto, it sucks, dude. It sucks. I got affected by that as well. It really does. Yeah.
I'm trying to like figure out my value add and stuff outside of being like an influencer or whatever, because I think it's so shaky. Like your accounts can get hacked, or like psychos can just come after you. So I've been just coding the last like month or two, and I've built like 3 or 4 like usable products for my clients or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I want to speak to you about today as well, Zaddy. Greeny was probably pretty keen, is because obviously Greeny's starting to dabble in the AI now. I'm a bit more resistant to it, but certainly you're starting to build tools. So I thought it might be a good thing just to chat about what you're building, how you're building it, and just show the viewers the kind of stuff you can do. Not just talk about building, but actually build.
Yeah, so talk us through this.
Yeah. So Zaddy Tools is live, obviously, right? I have like an Abstract dashboard. I went and I got some access to like the backend API for Abstract. I had to find it. It's really, really hidden. I used to work in cybersecurity before crypto. I did cybersecurity for the Department of Defense in the US. So like,
we need you on. I need you building up my defense system, brother.
And then I went and got my MBA in business, and so I started doing crypto marketing. But I worked in tech for like 5 years before this. I'm 30, I think same age as Greeny. I used to have a bunch of Discord bots built for me and a bunch of tools and stuff that I would pay devs for. And then, I was like, okay, fuck it. Cloud Code's around, and like I know how to code somewhat. And like I would never do it myself, but I'm like, okay, I understood code 10 years ago, so like, I can figure it out. And I built some like graphics bots for Hemiverse and some of my other clients. Like basically, you click a button and it generates something with your PFP and your name on it and some kind of special whatever thing. And they did a little contest for whitelist, and they had like 1,400 tweets in 2 days. So I was like, okay, like I built something, it generated 1,400 tweets with $0 spent. And, that took like 30 minutes to build. So I was like, okay, this is cool. And started working on my own tools website, basically just had to go through like CoinGecko, CoinGlass, OpenSea, everything, and just see what APIs were available. Like, obviously you can get like OpenSea leaderboards of like top 20 NFTs and top 20 coins. For the Abstract stuff specifically, I had to go into their backend API that like I found it in their network logs and stuff. And you had to scrape 2 million wallets to get, transaction counts, badges, and, see if everyone was gold or whatever. These XP cards, are pretty good marketing. I like doing all those graphics. Like I know Reach Network does a lot of that. And like, that's the, other than probably clipping is probably the best meta. And then I would say close second is these graphics that you generate that you put on your website and everyone goes to it, like that ETH gas thing a month or two ago. And it's one of those things where like, it's such a loophole. Cause like most KOLs would want like a huge amount of money to tweet about something, unless it's like a cool custom graphic that makes you look like a fancy KOL. Then you're like, oh, I just generated my ETH gas card, or I just generated my, Upshot cards, I think were recently or whatever. And like football.fun did it. And it's just the best marketing is
visual. I've noticed that too. Like, if you have a good caption, it can do all right. But if you have a visual with a good caption, it dominates. Like it dominates the timeline and dominates that. So no, that's really cool. I mean, I'm a big analytics guy. I mean, that's part of trading, to be honest. So what's the purpose of this? So is this just an abstract specific one and you've built some other wider opportunities, or is that where you're heading? Talk to us a little bit about what your plan is with it.
Yeah. So like I just did abstract because I'm on there. I think I'm going to add like a base analytics page. Like if I had to target 2 chains right now, it'd probably be abstract primary, base as a secondary. Just, I don't know, in case they announce their tokens coming or whatever. I'm trying to be like slightly positioned in that ecosystem because I can't be positioned in 5 ecosystems, but I can handle 2. Yeah, abstract's kind of slow right now, right? But like the gaming's doing well. Like no one's there for money right now, as far as I can tell, right? Like it's you're either there for fun or you're somewhere else. And so they're getting into AI, and I'm like, okay, fuck it. Like I worked in tech for 5 years. This is like an actual advantage for me, not because I don't do anything that's not a competitive advantage for me. Like it's so easy for me. I have no FOMO on charts. I have no FOMO on trading. I tried trading in like 2022, and like I just had a bunch of days I lost money, and I was like, bro, I locked in for 10 hours today and I lost money, and like I'll never do that again. So it's like you gotta have some level of mental that I don't, but I just like, and I like if I work, I'm like, okay, worst I could do is break even and make $0 today if I'm just working.
What is your opinion on AI? And like, have you just been using Claude Pro? Because this is something I'm only because I've been building out the educational part of GTG. I haven't had time to fully dive into AI specifically in terms of building things just yet. My good friend Zeneca, we're going to hopefully get him on the show in a few weeks' time as well to chat, because I know he's just been full throttle, literally in there building every single day. So I would love to get your take as someone that's probably right in between probably Zeneca and myself. Talk to us about what should a common person be doing? Like, or where could I leverage this as a content creator or as a business owner for a trading community or an ecosystem? Like, talk to me about that, because I think that's a perspective that a lot of viewers would love to hear is how could they start leveraging it in a particular way?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I'd heard at the beginning of the show you had mentioned, switching over from GBT to Claude. Like I only use ChatGPT for image generation now, and I think Nano Banana might also be better. I don't know. It depends. If you want real life humans, then you need Nano Banana. OpenAI is weird about humans, but
my father-in-law told me about Nano Banana as of last night. Sorry, talk to me about that specifically, Zaddy. What does Nano? It generates AI images, correct?
Yeah. So it's pretty much like the ChatGPT images, but let's say I took a picture, like a screenshot of one of you guys right now, and fed it to Nano Banana. Like it would feed back a fully realistic. Like when you see people and they'll do like the McDonald's thing, right, where it's like a picture of them and then they redo it. It's them in the McDonald's uniform. I'm 99% that's Nano Banana, because if you do that in ChatGPT, it's going to tell you, hey, we can't recreate people's likeness exactly.
Yes.
Like when I did that meme of Finn with the donk, the fat ass. I had to get GBT to do it. I had to word it all right or whatever. And then I had to face swap it with a different AI, because ChatGPT will not recreate faces exactly, because it's like impersonating people or, whatever.
Which is probably why it does it. Like I use it for my thumbnails and it's not too bad, but my wife literally said, Greeny, this doesn't look like you at all. I said, hey, that one looks pretty good. The other one the other day was horrendous. I do agree.
Sometimes the face comes back and you're like, that's a whole different person.
I was like, dude, that's not even looking like me.
So I was messing around with Claude for a while, and I would so I've done normal coding, right? Like I did I built a bunch of websites for these cybersecurity companies mostly. I was on blue team, and red team is offense and hacking, and blue team is defense. And I would ask ChatGPT, hey, can you I made a personal website first, and I asked it to spin it up, and I kept copying the code and then go put it in a document, and then delete the whole thing and recopy the edits from Claude or whatever. And then what really was my breakthrough was then I realized I was like, dude, I need to look this up. Like, is Claude Code the same as Claude on this fucking website? And and it's not. So Claude Code you need to install into your terminal or your shell, which is where all this, it basically looks like hacker shit, right? It's just all this code executing. On MacBook, it's called terminal. I forget. I think it's maybe just called CMD or something on PC.
Windows.
But so it's your shell, which is where you run all your code. And you put Claude in there, and then you just chat back and forth with that. you know, if it says, hey, something's in the wrong folder, I'm like, then you fucking move it. Like, you know, like with normal code, it'd be like error, this thing isn't there. And I would just tell Claude, like, bro, you have access to all the files, just fucking do it. And then like sometimes I'll have clips or something, right? And I'll be like, oh fuck, I don't want the last 5 seconds there. So I just hit Claude like, yo, this is the name of the file, like video.mp4. Trim the last 5 seconds off of it, right? And it'll whatever, done. So I don't do any of my own video editing anymore. I ran some videos through like Claude or whatever. It would like take the video, strip it to speech to text, and then it would read all the text and then tell me what the exciting parts were to clip of something.
No way.
So it would say like at 102, Greeny started talking about this. So like, you know, Jonah has that thing live frame that is probably way more sophisticated, like by 1,000 times. But I built that because I was just like, dude, honestly, if Clippers don't want to pay for anything, if they could just have AI watch the whole video and tell you timestamps of like 102, this is a good clip starts, you know, it's kind of like Opus or whatever, right?
Yeah, we use Opus. So
yeah,
that's interesting.
Opus is pretty good. I've told a bunch of my clients, like, dude, it gives you virality scores, it gives you like all this stuff. And even
I've used it for a year. Yeah, I've used it for a long time. Yeah, it is good. I'll crank onto it.
And it's accurate too, right? You'll clip it and you'll be like, this one's 92 virality. And you're like, oh, this is a good clip. This one's 89. Yeah. That's actually a good clip. It's not just like nonsense. So yeah, I really liked Opus.
So then with Claude, so if I was to record a 10-minute YouTube video, right, and I have that MP4 file, I mean, can I use Claude Pro, or I have to go down the bot and the Mac Mini route and for it to edit it specifically? Or how does it, like, can it do that? Like, can it edit it in a way that I prompt it to edit, or how does it work specifically?
Okay, yeah. So OpenClaw or like Clawbot or whatever all that nonsense is. I don't use any of the weird agents that have access to your stuff and like do whatever. So like I think a lot of people use Claudebot, which is a separate company, right? They got sued for their name. They had to like change it away from the Anthropic's thing. But a lot of people like plug in their Claude Max subscription, right? They're like $100 or $200 subscription to burn those credits with their agent, right? So that's where he's like pretty murky. So like honestly, like the way to set it up is you have your Claude subscription, right? I have Claude Max for $200, but I think the $20 one has access to Claude Code, and so does the $100 one. It's just usage rates. And I just went in there, asked Claude, how do I install Claude Code in my terminal shell or whatever? It gives you a couple things to run. You just copy paste it, run it, and then once it's actually set up in your thing, like you can do anything on your whole computer. It'll ask you if you need to like discover different like file paths, like, can I have access to your documents? And you're like, yes, right? And then it's good forever, right? Like I just have a folder called developer, and like everything that's in there is, one of my 5 projects, whatever going on right now. So it can access everything. But it's smart. Like I would tell it, I would tell it like, go check the best APIs and what information we can pull from Coinbase or OpenSea or, whatever. And the other thing that's really cool is, so like when I have my app, I will literally just ask it sometimes, analyze everything and give me the next 20 things I should add to my website or edit or whatever, right? And it'll give me a list of like, next I would harden the security. I would add in this feature. I would do this. And I'll literally just go, do number 1, 3, 7, 15, 18, 19. And it'll like spin up 5 agents to do all those in parallel, right? And it'll take those 20 tasks that are generated for me, do all 20 with like 5 or 10 or 20 agents in parallel. And, I could do 20 tasks in about 4 minutes. And then, you got to do a decent amount of troubleshooting, but it's no code, right? Like you just go to your website and you go, hey, this logo looks like it's not centered, right? And then it's like, my bad, Claude will like pending for 30 seconds and then it gets centered, right? And you're like, so all you're doing is eyeballing stuff and giving it feedback, or like, hey, I clicked this button and it doesn't go to the right link. So it's like amazing. And
no, dude, it's okay. No, okay. Now that I talk to you, I said to Craig recently, I don't know if I'm like how far down the AI spectrum I am, but now that I've talked to you, I think I'm actually quite far down. Like I've built my whole website off Lovable. I don't know if you've seen it. Like it's insane in terms of, it's probably very similar to how Claude works, right? Where you generate, like you just prompt it and it'll change X, Y, Z, right? My question though is, security wise, are you concerned by like, because that's my concern, right? Like, should I be using this not on a computer that I use to trade, to connect wallets to, all of that sort of thing? But if I'm only using Pro, for example, I don't need to worry about that specifically. What would you say?
I think Claude is not an issue because I have it like in my terminal or whatever, and it would tell me like, it tells me don't put private keys in this chat, don't put API keys into this chat, don't put like, I don't know, IP addresses for my droplets or, whatever it is, it'll tell me like sometimes not to put sensitive information in there. And I'm like, well, why not? And it'll be like, well, I guess you're okay because it's just me and you in here. And I'm like, that's a little weird of a comment. For me.
Yeah.
I'm like, why'd you tell me to be worried about it? And then you're like, just kidding, it's just us. But so I think that is not that. I don't know. I assume it's chilling. So the things that I have been focused on is like one, when you deploy a website, you have to make sure you like buy the, it's like $10 or whatever, but you have to buy like protection, whatever stuff on it to like hide the personal information. Because there's a thing in like cybersecurity, it's called a whois request, right? And people can just run a whois on any website, right? And if they don't have protection, right, it'll come back and say like Bill Gates owns this website for Microsoft.
Yeah.
But if you do it through like a hosting company, so yeah, all those agents. So the thing is like with Claude Code, no one really like gets their own machine for it, right? They just run it on their main. For the OpenClaw agents and stuff, that's when they like silo it to a device that's used for nothing else. So yeah, I think Claude wouldn't be much of an issue with stuff you have wallets on, but I guess I don't want to say that like it's matter of fact, like no one could ever get hacked from it, and someone in 2 weeks goes like, "Fuck you, Daddy!" Like you said, I was chilling.
So for me right now, Claude Pro is $29 a month. That's billed annually, or Max is $155 per month, which is quite a lot when you think about it. Is there a significant, like obviously it's usage limits? Like talk to me about the usage limits. The usage limits of like the difference between them. Have you why would I choose the Max?
Yeah. So the $20 one is like a 1x. That's their baseline of whatever, right? The $100 one, the prices might be different with Australian dollars, but I'm given just US. The $100 one is 5x usage, right? And then the $200 one is 20x. So proportionally, like, you're paying twice as much for 4 times as much when you go from this Claude Max to the Claude other Max. So like the $20 one, I think if you're trying to build websites and stuff, I think you would get, or any apps, I think you would put in 20. I think I looked it up. It said you could get like 30 or 40 prompts a day, maybe, which is decent. But like, if you're going back, I don't know, you'd have to think about it, right? You'd have to be like, let me think of all the changes I want to make and like put it into this one prompt or whatever. Whereas, I don't know. I think I'm going to lower from the $200 one to $100 because I haven't. I don't know. I almost maxed it out, but I haven't. And I was literally going like 12 or 14 hours a day for a week straight. Like I built Zaddy Tools in like 3 days, and then published that. So that was pretty solid. And then, built a few other things for Hamiverse at the same time. Like I built a full like a Wikipedia for so they have a game, right? And they have like a couple hundred characters, and they have a book and novel, comic, all this stuff. So it's basically like a gaming project, like trading card games, but they have this whole like lore universe, like Marvel or whatever. So yeah, I built they had just information, here's all the character names, here's their faction, here's the whatever, right? I put it all on a spreadsheet. I put it into Claude and I just said, generate a wiki off this, right? And it generated a full wiki, right? Like pages for every single character, like
that's
everything.
Crazy, bro. Like
almost everything I do is based off like Google Sheets, and just like I'll like manually get a bunch of data, and then I'll like figure out like, so I had all those like following lists of like multi-chain people or abstract people, right? And like, I just had lists of like marketing campaigns where I'm like, here's 100 people that might tweet for whitelist or might host Twitter space or whatever, right? And then I just sent that list to it, and I was like, make a field where every PFP is clickable, but I just want to show 100 recommended followers, this PFP.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Like the world is heading in such an interesting place. Craig, like, does this make you want to get involved, Craig, or not? Like, I mean, I'm fascinated by this. Maybe because I think I can try and streamline processes a bit easier. I think for me, it's try and save time. Are you interested by this, Craig?
I am somewhat. For me, it would more be the automation of everyday tasks that I have to do for like our stream and things like that. So if I could get it to actually post out to all my, like on X, with it not doing that, I'd like it to post that for me. All the niggly stuff in my day that it basically a retard could do. Like, but it's time consuming. It's not hard work. It's just mundane tasks. So for me, probably that. I haven't seen anything that really excites me at the moment. But probably one of the main reasons of that is you're maybe slightly different, Greeny, that you run the GTG server. You run Discord there. So if I was running our Discord, I would probably be using it quite a lot for that. Whereas me, I've sort of just been focusing on our brand, building that out at the moment. So I haven't really had the time to delve into that while I'm trying to get this built out. But but we're very close to for mine being done on that side, on the design and all that. So once that's done, then I'll focus. Does it excite me? Not yet, not enough, to be honest.
Oh, interesting. Why?
Let me see if I could change that a little bit. So I would say one thing that might interest y'all, or like whatever, or maybe this isn't, super easy to do right now, but within 6 or 12 months, I assume everyone will be doing it. Some people talk about how they, it'll make their like Twitter content plans and all that kind of stuff. And I don't believe in like AI tweeting at all, right? And I don't think y'all do either. But I do believe in like AI doing the research and then you looking at the research and writing a post by hand. Like, I think if you copy paste anything, it's probably shitty Twitter content. But if you type it out yourself off like reference stuff, like Grok is really good for scraping Twitter stuff, right? Yeah. So you can say like, you can go into Grok and be like, hey, could you give me all of the relevant crypto news stories for the last 24 hours or whatever?
That's
right?
exactly what I do actually currently. So I'm playing a devil's advocate. I do use it for that currently, and it's decent, but I probably need to get my prompts better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't totally figured it out either because it's like a lot of filtering.
Yeah. So I'm clumsy. So I do see it. I mean, what I said is kind of inaccurate. I kind of do use it for that already. It's not like I'm not using it. I just haven't seen anything yet. I haven't had that moment yet, I think, where the penny drops and I go, whoa, I have to have that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think that will come. And Greeny's had that moment, but I haven't had that moment yet. So I do use it already, but I haven't had that moment where I go, holy shit, this is changing my life yet. But I'm open to it. Bring it on. Like
my website, I mean, it's not the best. I mean, I'll get Claude to maybe think about it, but like
pretty nice, bro, for someone who doesn't know how to build a website.
Okay, yeah, because I got one of a community member in GTG to build my last one via Framer, and he's a coder, right? And it's like I then tried to learn that myself. I was like, holy shit, this is like a whole different language. I don't have time for this if I'm trying to trade and create content and stuff. And then I discovered this, and I was like, I inputted it, like I was in collaboration with ChatGPT, helping it to generate prompts. Like it's leveraging the AI that taught me, and then I built the whole website, and I was like, this is insane. Like. It literally puts so many people out of jobs. It's annoying because you have to tweak stuff and you have to get the prompts right. And something like ChatGPT more recently for me has been like frustrated because I was chatting to a good friend yesterday. We went for a long walk. Like I'll prompt A, B, C, D, E. We'll be moving on to F and it'll take me back to something on C. And I'm like, bro, we've moved on from C. We're on F right now. Stop. Like, remember where the fuck we are, right? So but it's insane what you can do. It's insane.
That's funny. It sounds like you're on the AI. You're like, lock in here, buddy. Like,
yeah, literally.
I want to say shout out to the viewers as well, Greeny. We've got almost 600 people viewing right now, which is a pretty good turnout in a bear market. Welcome to the bear market.
I quote tweeted the stream again, so
times. Yeah, I've been shilling this, but Zaddy, I just want to ask you real quick. We can go back to AI, but you spoke about you were in charge of security at a pretty high level from the sounds of things. What's a couple of tips you could give our viewers just for some basic security measures, dude? Like, what can you say to people? What's some of the biggest vulnerabilities, and what are some of the easiest things to protect yourself security-wise in crypto? Because it's obviously a massive problem.
Yeah. So just like to be clear, like I've been hacked in crypto like brutally. Like, I had the same password for everything, right? So they stole my Discord with like a fake login, phishing site or whatever. Then they used my login on like every fucking other thing. They stole my email accounts. So like as soon as they got my emails, it was like checkmate. I couldn't recover anything really, right? And they got my like Twitter like a month later. But yeah, so I mean, I worked in Web 2 and I did like an internship and worked for a company for a bit, and then I worked in IT for like 4 years, which is mostly like setting up firewalls and doing a lot of like setting up printers and computers, whatever. But yeah, and then after that, I don't want to say my city, I guess, but the cybersecurity pipeline is pretty like small. Like it's kind of like you just apply to like the government, and then it's the government, right? So there's so much red tape. Like they'll tell you like, oh, just by the way, it's going to take like 2 years to get hired. And I'm like,
You're like,
fuck? I can't just like not work for 2 years or whatever. Like it was so crazy. They used to come like they'd like slam my laptop closed at 5 p.m. and they'd be like, no one in the government works after 5. And I'm like, bro, I got here at like 9:45. Like I'm like, you guys got here at like 8 a.m. I'm like, I need to keep doing my work.
yeah.
So that was like, over 5 years ago. And so I wouldn't say I'm like an expert on any, whatever. I understand tech and, but yeah, and it doesn't correlate to Web3 at all, right? Because I was like, okay, I'm like I have all these certifications, like there's one called like Certified Ethical Hacker, and like you have to work in cybersecurity for 2 years to like even take the test or whatever. So that's probably like my biggest certification or whatever. But yeah, like I'm not that. A lot of it was like studying it too, right? Which is not the same as execution. Like I could tell you like, oh, if you want to know what someone's computer traffic is, right? Like use a packet sniffer to like analyze their, whatever. It's like a lot of buzzwords on these tests, right? But it's like then you have to go use a tool called like Wireshark, which is the main like packet sniffer, right? But it's like all ones and zeros. It's like confusing as fuck. So
gotcha.
Hackers and then it's like you don't learn like Discord security in like Web 2, right? Or like you don't hear about like crypto phishing Twitter scams. So it's been like totally like a fresh start as far as that.
Probably don't use the same password for everything is probably one of the takeaways. I was guilty of that. I actually recently went and changed a heap of my passwords because I was like you, I got a bit lazy and I started using the same one. And then I was like, wait a sec, this could turn what happened to you if they get the one password. If they had, the foresight to do this, they could probably get into a few things. So I was like, hang on, I got to make these quite unique to each, especially your email, right? That's the one. Like email, if they got it.
2FA on your email. Actually, dude, my Twitter and my Discord were both hacked with 2FA on. So it's like everyone, as soon as you get hacked, people go in the comments, why didn't you have 2FA on? And I'm
How did they get around that? How did they get around 2FA?
Okay, so Discord. Yeah, so the Twitter, I'm not entirely sure. Like, I was getting weird emails, so I think they might have socially engineered like Twitter support with my other email accounts and like all the personal information they found out about me. For Discord, right? When you sign in, you username, password, right, and then you do your 2FA, right, and then it gives you a Discord token, which is stored in plain text. It's not encrypted at all. It's stored in plain text, and that's what they stole, right? And then that like has your token. Your token has you already logged in, right? So if someone steals your Discord token, they log in and like they're just in, right? It's like you don't need to do 2FA again because they're already in.
Okay. I need to go change that.
No, to touch on this, we probably need to wrap soon too, boys. It's been a good conversation, but to just wrap on that, like Discord, if they have your ID of your profile, you literally can't do anything about that, Craig. So that's why there's so many Greeny impersonators on Discord who try to scam people when they join GTG because they have my token ID of my profile. They can track my PFP changes as well, no matter what I do. So it sucks, bro, because there's scammers everywhere worldwide. So it really sucks. The world sucks. And
if your Discord gets hacked, they have your name and address and stuff from paying for Nitro, right? Like, so when I got hacked, they went in there, they checked my Nitro, and they got my like name and credit card number or whatever the fuck.
I literally just canceled my Nitro because I'm sick of the name stuff. Yeah, I literally canceled it all. No, honestly, Zad, a great show. Thanks so much for jumping on with us, mate. It's obviously congrats on your salary. That's the dream in a bear market. That's huge. But I love seeing these tools. That's something that works well with me. It sounds like me and you could probably have a few conversations about stuff that we could implement in GTG or more broadly as well. So we'll definitely keep in contact. But the AI conversation was great as well. So mate, no, thanks so much for jumping on it. And I definitely think we'd love to have you back in the future for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I'm working on some Discord bots. Like I took all the stuff from my analytics website, right? And then I, made a few commands. It's just like run a daily whatever thing. It'll tell you floor price of top 10 NFTs, market cap of the top 10 coins, daily news, So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that Discord bots interest me a lot. I've been doing that for 3 or 4 years.
Hey, Eli finally joined us. Eli, welcome to the end of the chat, man.
It's because I commented on his tweet, probably.
Zaddy, before we go, is there any alpha you can give us about Zeet? Well, how do I say it? Zeet.
Zeet.
I think Zeet, supposed to go live this week, right? They said they had like 426 approved creators.
Yeah.
They were supposed to launch the free mints of their card packs last week. Obviously, we all had our like referral free mints, but so that was like 25 supply, and then I think the total is like 250. So at some point, we should all have another 225 getting minted. I think it opens up this week, and I know they mentioned like legendary packs are like 1,500 Zeets, and maybe the cheaper packs are like 250 to 500. So we'll be able to get 5 or 10 or 15 legendary packs. All of us that are kind of
Greeny's going to buy up everything, man. He's got about.
No, but like, is having, see, this is where I don't know. Like, is having Zeets a good thing in the long term? Like, we don't know that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I wonder what the conversion is, right? Like, you're either going to make more money by buying cards and selling them, or holding your Zeets for a Zeet token or whatever. Right?
Exactly. So, that's what I'm thinking, Craig.
I have a feeling it's not going to be net positive to burn your Zeets. But it's be more fun. So I feel like I've mentally committed to it because I'm like, fuck it. Let me just burn like 8,000 Zeets and have some cool cards and not think about it.
See, I reckon I'm top 5 Zeet earner on the whole platform. So I'm like, I don't know.
I reckon you could do a combination of both, Greeny. You've got enough to muck around with a couple of legendary packs and still hold a big chunk for a TGE. That's what I'd do if I was you. Play around, get a few legendary cards. Do you know, before I'll try not to keep this too long, do you know anything about the royalties on that, Zaddy, by any chance, or anything with the trading of the cards? And if you hold cards, you might get royalties off the creator and stuff like that, or?
Yeah. So I think there was something, it was like, 80% of royalty fees go to the creators, like 20% go to your holders. There's something to do with that. It was a little nuanced, but there's something to do with 80-20, where the creators get a decent amount of royalties and also their holders get some. And I don't know if that was exact like direct royalties or like prizes from tournaments or something, but there's something in it where the creators and their card holders get it with weighted stronger towards the creators. But how do you think they're gonna track this? What are they gonna track?
How do they track?
Okay, so I hope it's not InfoFi, right? Like
if it's InfoFi, I'm gonna be so waving red flags, bro. I
mean, we're not going to participate, right? Because it's like, dude, no one wants to shill anything anymore. It was cool when there was the chance of getting like 25 or 50K or whatever for being at the top of the leaderboard. But I hope it's just. I think Fantasy Top was just engagement and whatever. So I hope it has something to do with like quality of your tweets, but not like in an InfoFi sense. More in like do you add any value at all in any category? And then that'll give us creativity to like, let's say I'm an AI maxi this month, right? Hopefully I get the same amount of Zeets as if I'm like shilling DeFi, because it wouldn't be fun. Like, I think it would just be a bad business model if it was all boring InfoFi stuff still. Because we can tweet stuff that we enjoy.
People have said it's conversions, and I'm like, I'm not going to be shilling a link underneath my tweets just to convert people to a game that I want to play. Like that's horrific. Like that's literally going to get you banned, according to bloody old mate like Nikita, like in the past week. So like anything to do with that, it's a big red flag for me, and I probably don't even take part. So I really think they need to be. It'd be interesting. Like it'd be very interesting to think about like how they track it. Like I agree. I think there's so many more metrics than just how many views you get. Like views is an indirect correlation on just the size of your account. You can also pay for views. Like it's crazy. Like. So it needs to be organic, in my opinion. It needs to be organic.
It needs to be a general value add equation somehow, right? Like, because you don't want to do the whole engagement group thing, right?
No, and it's like it's also niches, like right? Like my niche is very different to probably most other top creators out there on InfoFi. But I have insane pull consistently on those topics like every day. So it's like I would hope that. Not gonna even read that comment. I would hope that it's not like you say, it's not just like a funnel, that it's a single lane of like, this is how you earn the Zeets for this particular like or the engagement, or that's the tournament. Like I hope it's as spread as possible. That would be really cool.
We better do our giveaway, Greeny, quickly.
Yeah, we better do our giveaway. Zaddy, I'll have to get you off screen, Zaddy, because I got to share posts and stuff as well. But mate, thank you so much for jumping on. It was an absolute pleasure.
For sure.
Thanks,
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, Eddie.
All right. Oh, it's me on the big screen. Let's go. I'm back on the big screen. Hold on. I gotta share. Hold on. Here we go. All right, guys. So Craig, as we alluded to at the start of the show, Craig was doing a giveaway. We have another couple. Craig, is that correct?
Yes, we do. So I could probably do more, or we could do another two another day. It depends how you want to do it.
Yeah, I think we could.
Another day, just so I can actually find the winners. Because the only issue with finding the winners was finding a winner that wasn't a bot or like actually followed us. So it actually took me a little while to even like curate this winner. What I did, guys, I went into Grok. I got Grok to pick a random number just for transparency. And then I counted down. It hit someone that looked like a bot. So I just went to the one below. And that's how I got the winner that I shared with Greeny, just so people know for transparency. I don't actually know who the winner is. I don't know this person, but I did say that, saw they put up a few unique posts. They also followed the instructions, which not everyone did. So we've got the winner up on the screen there. Siri, I hope I say your name. I hope I said that right.
Doesn't even follow me back, bro. Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
Give Greeny a follow, Siri. But congratulations, Siri. I will send you a DM now in case you missed the show. I might actually make the next competition you have to tune in, Greeny.
Yeah, 100%. You have to be in the comments. Yeah, and so do a new post, I reckon, and say they have to be live on the show. Yeah.
So Siri, you got to weigh lightly on this one, but congratulations. I'll get that to you today. I'll DM you, depending how quickly you DM me, I'll have it to you. So congratulations. And we've got 2 more to give away. I'll give those away next week because tomorrow we've got another giveaway, which was, what the hell am I giving away tomorrow? A dude. I'm giving away a dude tomorrow. So I'll give away that tomorrow as well. We'll do that live on the show. What I might actually say is people can tune in for that bad boy. So I didn't put that in the comp, but I might actually change it officially. So thanks for the follow. Thank you very much. But shout out to Siri. Look, it's great to give stuff away. It is a bear market. So being able to give stuff away feels pretty good. There's probably not too many channels doing giveaways at the moment. They're probably all holding onto their money pretty tight. But yeah, congratulations. And look, Greeny, great show. I had a look at our views today. We got over 600 today. Live. So thank you to the viewers. We appreciate you, especially at this stage of the market. Sometimes pulling in 100 viewers was tough. So to get 600, pretty bloody good.
We had some good follows on Kick today as well. Just like the latest one. Thanks for the follow. Official Gambling Academy. Congrats. Thanks for following us. I appreciate you. Guys, as always, we're live every single day, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard, 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard. Talking about AI, talking about crypto, talking about markets, talking about trending topics. And yeah, give us a follow, subscribe if you're obviously on YouTube. And yeah, great chat with Zaddy as well. And we'll be back again tomorrow.
Thanks, Greeny. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll catch you tomorrow, same time, same place. Thanks, guys.
Easy, guys.